Good morning, friends. I hope you all are doing well. I am Sanjay Mengshetti from Mumbai. I am basically chemical engineer and last 26 years working in pulp and paper industry. I have seen many people invest their hard-earned money in stock market like me, and the majority of them fail because lack of knowledge. 2 years back, I am also don't have in-depth knowledge about the stock market, or I don't have any finance background also. During last years COVID lockdown period, I attended Profit from It one day seminar that was online on 5 steps towards wealth creation. And my thinking towards the stock market was totally changed. Then I decided to join Profit from It online workshop and joined August 2021 batch. And after completion of this course, I am now independently analyzing various listed companies' annual reports, find out country-wise GDP, country-wise growing sector, our country's growing sectors, leading companies I can find out in these sectors. On that basis, today I am confident about my investment. Invest in the right company at the right time to grow your investment. Friends, today I am here to present India's number one paint company, Asian Paints 9-month results, which was announced 2 days back. Before I move ahead, I would like to thank Mr. Piyush Patel, my mentor, and Profit From It team for giving me in-depth knowledge about stock market. Now we are going to see the story of Asian Paint. Friends, while everyone in the world learns how to see, very few people learn how to observe. That makes the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. The spirit of four extraordinary entrepreneurs, the Choksi brothers, Mr. Danny, Mr. Vakil, had started the Asian Paint in 1942. Initial days, this company known as the Asian Oil and Paint Company. In 1945, this company became private limited, and at that time, turnover is only 3.5 lakh. Do you know how much is today Asian Paint doing? Almost 23,000 crore. Again, in 1967, Asian Paint became leading paint manufacturing company in India, and in 1982, this company had launched first IPO, and base price of per share was rupees 13. Friends, today Asian Paint have 26 factories in various continents and serving consumers in over 60 countries, having 70,000 plus retail outlets, stores in India, and having more than 7,000 employees working in Asian Paint. Friends, like we say every time, behind every successful man, there is a woman. Same way I can say aggressive management, high performance team, innovative ideas, cutting technology, integrity, customer passion. All these points are secret behind success of Asian Paint. For any company's continual growth and become number one company in India, 4 P's are very important as per marketing guru Philips Kotler. What are these 4 P's? First P is a product, second is a price, third is a place, fourth is a promotion. Good product, competitive price, place means distribution network, any product need promotion. This Asian Paint team had developed many wide product range like interior and exterior paints, wood and metal furnishing, wall covering and decors. They are into adhesives, waterproofing chemicals and paints, sanitization and disinfectant, interior design, color consultancy. And in COVID period, they started safe painting services at doorstep. This Asian Paint company comes under furniture, furnishing and paint sector on Bombay Stock Exchange. We will analyze this sector. In this sector, there are 26 companies listed with a market capital of more than 5 lakh crore. Paint industry contributes 4.5 lakh crore out of that. Ceramic industry contributes 38,000 crore. Mattress industry contributes 12,000 crore. And furnishing industry contributes 5,000 crore. So if we discuss about Indian paint industry itself, sales volume of this industry in India is almost 50,000 crore. Out of that, 37,000 contributes stock listed companies that we call as the organized sector, and unlisted companies contribution is almost 13,000 crore. This comes under unorganized sector. Friends, as per market report, per capita consumption of paint in India is only 4.1 kg, whereas developed nations have average consumption of 9.7. Right? There is a phenomenal growth in housing sector due to rapid urbanization and easily availability of homes. It has become prime drivers of growth in decorative paint segment. The key drivers of paint industry in India are rising per capita disposable income, favorable for youthful demographics, expected revival of housing and automotive sectors, technology advancement. So we can expect in coming days huge growth in paint industry. Right? Now we will see Indian paint industry total market cap and how peer companies are doing. Friends, if you see here, Indian paint industry total market cap is almost 4.5 lakh crore, whereas Asian Paint is having a major contribution of almost 72%. It's amazing. Second largest is a Berger Paint. Third largest is a Consignor Rolex. Then Indigo Paint, Akzo India, then Shalimar comes last. Friends, you must be seen in recent past, Indigo Paint's IPO that time, huge hype of Indigo at the time of launching of first IPO. Many people applied in this IPO and invested too much. But you see that company's market cap is very less, whereas Asian Paint is a 79-year-old company having a huge market cap. That means this company had grown in last 79 years and having the biggest market share. If we discuss about this Asian Paint, as on date, it stands ninth largest paint company globally, followed by third largest paint company in Asia and number one paint company in India. Now we will find out sales profit margins of Indian paint company industries. Here we can see sales in 2021, 37,000 crore of Indian paint industry, whereas Asian Paint contributes almost 59% sales, whereas Berger Paint contributes 18% of the sales, total sales volume. Then third largest is a Consignor Rolex, that is again a multinational company. Indigo, you can see here 1.7% sales only. So if, what I said earlier, Indigo versus Asian Paint, you can compare where to invest. You can compare and invest in that company. Same way, if we talk about profit of Indian paint industry last year was almost 4,700 crore. Out of that, Asian Paint contributes 68%. That is the biggest chunk. Second largest is the Berger Paint in terms of profit making company. Consignor Rolex is on third number. Indigo only 1% you can see here. Profits are also very less. That means those who invested in Indigo versus Asian Paint, definitely Asian Paint investors will be much more happier. We can see next one is a next slide, reserves of these industry peer companies. Here we can see Asian Paint is having a huge reserves, that is almost 12,700 crore, whereas Indigo Paint only 150 crores versus Shalimar is 196 crore. 150 crore versus 12,700 crore. You can see the difference here itself. That means which Asian Paint is having biggest reserve, means this is a cash rich company, debt free company, we can say. Again, when we discuss or compare about net profit margins of any company, those companies net profit margins are more than 10%, are a very good company, outperforming companies. Here we can see average net profit margin of Indian paint industry itself is a 9%. Since if you compare 6 companies, Asian Paint holding 15% last year, Berger Paint 11%, Consignor Rolex 10%, Akzo India 9%, Indigo also done 8% because they are strong in industrial coating segment. Shalimar is a 3%. Right, friends? Next, we see debt to equity ratio. Generally, as per experts, debt to equity ratio less than 30% of any company comes under comfortable zone. Here we can see in Asian Paint, Berger Paint, Kansai, Indigo, and Akzo are under comfortable zone, whereas Shalimar is a 57.5%. There is a huge debts are there on Shalimar Paint. And Asian Paint, Kansai, and Akzo are very less. That is a debt-free companies, what I said earlier, on the basis of results. If we talk about ROE, average ROE of the Return on equity of Indian paint industry 18%, Asian Paint having a ROE 15%, Berger Paint is a 21%. That means these two companies are giving very good return on investment, whereas against Shalimar or Indigo are concerned Nerolac. Right, friends? Now we'll talk about past behavior of Asian Paint. We can see Asian Paint, how much sales, how much profit, how much margins done in past 10 to 20 years. On that basis, we can conclude something, how this company had done in last past. Here we see Asian Paints sales 2001 1470 crore, whereas last year Asian Paint achieved sales volume of 21,713 crore. That is almost 15 times sales was increased in last 2 decades with a CAGR of 14%. If we talk about profit, in 2001, Asian Paint achieved 106 crore, whereas 2021, 3,178 crore profit, highest profit so far in Asian Paint's history. That is, in 2 decades, profit was increased by 30 times with a CAGR of 19%. Big achievement, right, friends? If we talk about reserves again of Asian Paint, if you see from 2001, every year reserves were increased and Asian Paint become day by day rich and rich. And in 2021, Asian Paint reserves were almost 12,000 crore rupees. Now we talk about margins. Asian Paint's margins earlier 10 years from 2001 to 2010, 9, it is ranging from 7 to 9%, whereas 2010 Asian Paint achieved 13% net profit margin. Then it is ranging from 13 to 10 to 12 to 15. Last year was the highest net profit margin Asian Paint had achieved. If you talk about average, it is a more than 10% profit margin in last 20 years. Right, friends? What I said earlier, those companies achieve more than 10% more profit margin are outperforming companies. That's why I said earlier. Hence, we can conclude on that basis. We can say on that basis, this is a quality company in this sector. Those investors invested 3 decades back 1 lakh rupees in Asian Paint, it becomes 5 crore rupees today. This company gives 50% of the profit in dividends every year. That's why we call this company as a wealth creation company, and good investors always keep Asian Paint in their portfolio. Now we'll see in this chart Asian Paint having a presence in 18 countries with 7 very good famous brands. We talk about international revenue of Asian Paint. Asian countries, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Indonesia contribute 45% of international operational revenue, whereas Middle East contribute 26%, African countries contribute 24%, and South Pacific countries contribute 5% of the international operational revenues. If we discuss about sales growth, how this company had grown last year, 2021, Asian Paint sales growth was a 7%, whereas profit margins were 17% growth during last year end. As you know, 2 days back, 9-month results were declared by this company. So there is a good news as well as a bad news. Good news is very good sales growth shown in the 9-month results. Bad news is high inflation resulting in less profit growth. If you see here in this chart, sales growth of 9 months compared to is 41%. Expenses were increased by 52%. Finance cost was increased by 18%. And profit growth was minus 7%. Even margin was reduced by 13%. ICR definitely will come down. Why this profit was reduced drastically in 9 months? Friends, if you see, profit is equal to what? Profit equal to sales minus expenses. What are the expenses? What happened all of a sudden? Expenses we see here chart. Expenses, material cost. Material cost was 15,000 crore in 2021 versus this 9 month it is 21,000. That is almost how much it is? 52% expenses were increased. Any company, as per US agency report, inflation rate in India is highest in last 4 to 5 decades. So Indian majority of the manufacturing companies facing same problem of steep increase in raw material cost. increase in power cost, increase in transportation. Hence, profits were reduced in last 1 or 2 quarters of all these manufacturing. Again, we are talking about paint industry. To manufacture paint, more than 300 raw materials are used, and 50% are petro-based derivatives involved in it. Recent months, you had seen crude oil prices had increased a lot. Hence, raw material prices were increased. We can see here material cost. Rest other are almost same, right? To overcome this expenses and inflation, Asian Paint management had increased already their products prices 2 times in last quarter at the rate of 10% and 4.5%. As per Mr. Amit Single, MD of Asian Paint, he is expecting huge sales growth in coming quarter two due to increased demand from the market. On the other end, he is expecting raw material prices will not come down immediately. So Asian Paint management again planning one more price increase in January to cover the profit loss January quarter and maintain the margin levels. If we talk about future estimate, this is the current trend. You can see here. Last year, sales was 7%. First quarter, it was 64% sales growth. H1 results 53% sales growth. 9 months, it is a 14%. We can estimate by this year end, sales growth will be around 30% on the basis of all these results. Same as profits, we can talk. Annual sales growth was a 17%, what we seen earlier charts is 17%, whereas first quarter was a 172% growth, again 17%. During H1, sales profit growth was a 9%, and 9 month results here we are seeing here minus 7% profit growth. On the basis of this profit trend, we can estimate 4% sales growth during this financial year end. Margin wise, 15% we can see here, 10%, 9%, 10%. Average we can, company is also trying to maintain 10%. On that basis, we can estimate 10% profit margins. Now we will discuss about future estimation of this company on the basis of all this fundamental data, what we had discussed earlier, like astrologer predict about future. Here we can estimate Asian Paints future sales in 2021 is around 23,000 crore, whereas in 2035 it will definitely cross 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh crore rupees. Whereas profit in 2021 we can expect 3,700 crore, and in 2035 it will be around 21,700 crore rupees. EPS of this company definitely will increase from 2021 to 2035 around 38 to 196 rupees. Whereas company's shares fair value we can estimate around 1,990 should be the fair value in 2022. In 2030 it should be 5,753, and in 2035 should be around 10,000. Now we'll discuss about technical chart of this company. Friends, we can see here Asian Paint candle chart. This company's market cap, prices, share prices increase from this level to this level. We can see here it was rallied almost 266 times in last 2 decades. Today market, what I said earlier, IPO was issued at the rate of 18 per share base price. Company had given bonus 10:1. Company share price was split from 10:1, and today market price is a 3,300. That means 3,300 into multiply by 10. Share price should be 33,000 rupees around. If we discuss about split, and short-term target we can expect 3,800. Why we are saying Asian Paint is a good company always? Last 3-4 times I said. If you see the chart of Asian Paint's peer company Indigo, here you see IPO price. It was highest sales price, highest market share price was 3,300, whereas now it reached to 2014 share price of the Indigo. That means almost since IPO in 13 months, this company share price was dropped down by 30%. If we talk about Asian Paint, here you can see last February it is around 2,000 rupees. In 12 months, this company's prices were more than 3,000 rupees. That is almost 40%, more than 40%. Right, friends? So where will you invest? In Indigo or Asian Paint? Definitely Asian Paint. Every investor, good investor, want to keep Asian Paint in their portfolio for wealth creation. Now we talk about share pattern of Asian Paint. Promoters are holding 54% shares. Out of that, 11.9% are pledged shares holding by the promoter. Second largest is a foreign investor, 22% almost. Then third number is a retail investors holding 11.8%. Mutual fund people are holding 4.6%. Finance and banking 3.4%, and insurance LIC companies holding 4.5% stake in this company. Right, friends? This chart shows Asian Paint at a glance, like current market price, market cap, etc. What we discussed earlier. On the basis of all this technical and fundamental analysis, looking towards the leading major company, number one company in India among all peer companies of in paint industry, having a good return, dividend paying company, having on the basis of resource, we can keep 2 to 4% weightage in our portfolio. This information presented in our video is educational purpose only. We are not financial or advisor and do not provide investment advice. Wish you all colorful portfolio in coming days. Thank you, friends.